Okay. I'm gonna check to make sure that this is working. I'm gonna check to make sure that this. Oh, kind of working. I'm gonna check to make sure that this. Alright. Kind of. Minor issues. Okay, thank you. Alright. What a long road we've gone. So I won't be talking about live albums or deluxe editions. I'll only be talking about the main 12. Yeah. And I will be talking on the genocides as well. Even though it's not really a full album, it still has demos in it, and it isn't just a compilation in itself, it has demos in it. And I don't think it has live versions. So I think we're good. But whatever, that's fine. So today I'll be talking about FNAF Players and Games Volume 1 all the way to Idaho Part 2. Now here's the story behind FNAF Players and Games Volume 1. Let me click full playlist here. So I'm gonna show you my screen for this one. Hi, how are you? So some of you guys haven't seen ever is something like this. So this first song up here, Just Hide, which isn't really a song in my opinion. This was the song that was made first. I actually went back and checked. This is the first one ever made. And this is the latest one. But they weren't put into the playlist in chronological order. Same goes for the next album and the next album, but until Volume 4 or Volume 2. It's album 4, but Volume 2. I know. I don't know why I added the XD. This isn't a serious album in any way. It wasn't meant to be until you got down to Creator of Hell and Revival up to Volume 1. Those were the only songs that are really serious, other than these two as well. So, your request has been heard. We're all equal. Creator of Hell, Revival, Non-Traitor, and Volume 1 are quote-unquote serious. They're not 100% serious, but they are serious in a way. Your request has been heard was about people requesting the Bandmana exposed video to go back up, which will never happen. Even to this day, I'm saying that. And this doesn't necessarily mean comment section. A lot of people say, a lot of my friends say, well, you're looking at the comment section that doesn't exist. And I'm like, no, these are my friends telling me to re-upload it. And maybe, yes, in the song I misspoke and said the comment section. That's my bad. But other than that, no. We're All Equal. I still consider this to be my worst album. Just my opinion. We're All Equal. The meaning is in the title. It means that we're all equal. We're all born equal. there may not be a God in this world, but we're all equal, so get over it. Creator of Hell was a song I made. I came up with the idea before I started making music, believe it or not, or thinking I would make music. I just sang whatever came to my mind. It was at a monster truck derby, believe it or not. And Creator of Hell just like popped in my mind. And I was like, "Ooh, that's good. I should do that." That was one of the 5 songs I created watching a monster truck derby. And it's not even about a monster truck derby, but it's one of them. Revival. This song is actually about my 3rd grade year, not my 3rd grade teacher specifically. There's a different song going to be made for that, but I decided not to make it. Um, Revival is about all my old friends at school. I won't name what school it was. If the school wants me to, or if they don't, that's why. If they want me to, I'm not going to do it just because I don't want to. And if they don't want me to do it, I'm still not going to do it. Because they might be baiting me into thinking that they don't want to, but really they do. But Revival is about my old friends at my old school. First school I ever went to. Now this now why this song was made was in 5th grade. Someone I knew got mad at me, obviously, for leaving. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. I can get over it. That's why that song was made, though, and that's what it's about. Non Trader is about. This was in 6th grade when I met one of my old friends, and I made this song. The fucking day after I made this song, do you know what my old friend said? Now, I wasn't allowed to give him Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon cards because we lived in a house where we just couldn't do that because they were basically, well, we paid money to get it, so to give it away to someone for free was something that my mom didn't like. So he'd either have to pay me for it or I have to get it back. He gave them back, but the day after I made this song, he was like, "By the way, you still owe me that Yu-Gi-Oh card and that Pokemon card." And I didn't talk to him. I haven't talked to him since. Volume 1 is just about the whole album itself. It's just the end of the entire album, and there you go. Go over to Lingering Death. Um, some of these are full on like songs that have actual meanings, but others don't. And I actually uh, went away from doing what I did on the last album, which was combining songs together into more songs, or into another song, or just taking someone else's version of a song and then changing it slightly. I kind of steered away from that. Not stirred, but steered away from it. And we got the album, not the album, but the song Best Friend. Um, this song is actually about my best friend, in my opinion, who actually goes to school with me. We go to the same school, same middle school, and we've had a few sleepovers, believe it or not. That's what best friends do, don't they? Um, and that's what the song is about. It's just about a friend I have, and I would tell you who that is, but I don't know if they want me to do that. So I'm gonna leave that completely out of the picture. I'm looking at my live dashboard to make sure that that things don't change. So I can also read comments and stuff. Raging Boldness was actually a song that wasn't meant to be. Uh, by the time I uploaded it and realized that it's not really what I was going for, um, musically, it wasn't supposed to be made. It just wasn't. But Raging Boldness was originally, and I guess is kind of like a more heavier song, but it isn't exactly heavy. Mainly because I was using Gary's mod, and that was almost impossible to be heavy with. And yeah. Then we have Lingering Death, which, excuse me, was also not supposed to really be either. Um, it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I wanted it to be faster and heavier than Raging Boldness, but that wasn't the case. 123 Slaughter Me Street song doesn't have an official name. That is literally its name. It's just about 123 Slaughter Me Street. That's it. Oh yeah, back to Raging Boldness and Lingering Death because I forgot to tell you what they're about. Raging Boldness is actually about being hard, like hard as in like hard for people to get inside and hard for people to bring you down. And then Lingering Death is about literally its title, Lingering Death. It's, people just die out of nowhere. And guess what? 2020, coronavirus, lingering death, you never know. I might have called it, where people are just going to start dropping like flies. They're just going to start dropping like flies. Hypocritically Made is actually about my old friend who used to be on YouTube, but I don't think does YouTube anymore. We tried to make Crafting Dead roleplays work. Didn't go out so well. And that's where critically gets put in. But I would more say that we were both kind of hypocritical. Like, I would say not to do something, and then I'd do it. And then he'd say not to do something, and then he'd do it. Uh, but that wasn't always the case. Sometimes we followed our own rules, but sometimes we didn't. And that's where Hypocritically Made came from. Is we're just hypocritically made. Thank you, intro. I've never remade this song. And a lot of my friends asked me, aka a majority of my friends asked me, well, why have you never made it? And here's the reason why it stays an intro and has stayed an intro. It's supposed to be on Naked Fury, but then I changed the direction I wanted to for Naked Fury. And I'll get more on that when I talk about that. But the thank you intro, which would have been the same meaning as thank you, is I'm thanking the people who stuck with me, like my friends who stuck with me when I transferred over to ToyBonnieTheDankMeme. That's what that was about. Fireworks is actually about how fire works and fireworks. It's a fucking confusing song. Toy Zader, it's in the title, it's about Toy Zader. Evil Systems, where I also mispronounced the name as Evil Trishtum. Evil Systems is about just evil people infecting other people into being evil, and it makes a system, and that system ends up being evil, making an evil system, and then you multiply that by 3. There you go. Rages of Fire is about Rages of Fire, and it features Zader, but obviously, you know, featuring Zader, features Zader, and he sings in it, I'm pretty sure. But that's Rages of Fire, and I'm not gonna go back. I'll tell you, Zader probably did amazing. I'm not for certain on that because I don't listen back to my old songs because they just suck. So, yeah. Milk. It's about milk. Next. A cat. I forgot what it stood for a second, but it is also the name of the title. It is about actually concerned about them. Who's them? Them can be anyone. That's up to your imagination. You could be actually concerned about your parents. You could be actually concerned about something. Them means anything. You could basically say, I'm actually concerned about a placeholder. Like, you could be concerned about that. Thieves is about thieves. Moving on. I won't be going over deluxe editions, so if anyone's like, hey, what about the deluxe songs? Nope, those aren't about. Those I won't tell you about. Alright. This one is 10 songs long, and this one I actually started on Living Forever. That's when I started using a consistent album thumbnail. But it clearly didn't stay. So we have okay, we have examine. Examine is about examining things in 6th grade in science class. I don't exactly remember the things we examine, but examining things. That's all I know. I'm going solely off memory. Strong will was supposed to have 3 parts. I think it's stronger mind and then strongest body, but strong will was supposed to get a music video and it never did, and I don't plan on giving it one because it's so short. I've tried and tried and tried to make it work, and I got 30 seconds in, and I always went, no, it doesn't work. So, never did. But strong will is about having a will to stop your anger from reaching others and potentially hurting them. Justifying science is about justifying science. Burning the tile is about burying old ties and burning old things out of your mind. Just anything you want. Just burning whatever you don't want out of your mind. Whirlwinds of Agony. So what I was going for was that the whatever I was using, I can't remember if it was a piano, synthesizer, guitar, whatever on Garry's Mod. Just Whirlwinds of Agony, what I played was just WILLRYAN. I think that's what I played, but that just spells Will Ryan, which if you know who that is, good job. It's DA Games, fuck you. But that was the whole idea of that song, and that's actually what it is about. It is just about Will Ryan of DA Games, and it's a 20-second long song. So there you go. Never enough vocal cover. So this one's actually when the songs about Bandman Nut start. We got into an argument, and Never Enough just so happened to be a song I listened to and I liked, and I covered it. Split Personality is about a person who's two-faced and someone who doesn't care about other people's feelings. And you know what? At the time of this album, I was one of those people. So fuck you. Living Forever is about living forever. See, I liked putting the song title just as its meaning. Clearly, you can see it. War is Bullshit is about war is bullshit. A Nightmarish Hell. This is one of the 5 songs that I made up in my head and sang them aloud at a monster truck derby. This one also came. So 2 songs were about hell, and Nightmarish Hell was just something I came up with, and I hate the song. Trust me, I hate Nightmarish Hell. I wish I redid it. I wish I didn't use Gears mod for it. Next is FNAF Players and Games Volume 2. I could go on and on and on this album. It drags. I hate this album sometimes. I hate some of the songs on it. Because this one I started using Music Maker. I think this was also around the time I got this computer. Because I still have Music Maker on this computer. So this was being made during that time. So I stopped using Gears Mod completely at this time. The End is about the end of Toyazator. Stupidity is about stupid people. Get Out of My Way is about get out of my way. Just people need to get out of my way. People that I dislike need to get out of my way. This song is also technically about Bandman Nut because he pissed me off again, and I made that song to basically inform him to get out of my way. Prayer Live is about nothing because it's live. I like how this is on an official album, like, just randomly within it. Point of Glass is about a point of glass. The Sound of Silence live is about nothing because it's played live. Indestructible is about my dog that died. So there you go. Prayer is about wanting David to leave me the fuck alone. Glass Shards is about glass shards. Five Finger Fillet is about Five Finger Fillet. ToyBonnieTheDankMeme is about ToyBonnieTheDankMeme, aka me. Open Your Mind is about not allowing your mind to limit itself, or not allowing, basically trying to like tell you to not limit yourself on what you can do. So open your mind to more things. I seem to not have done that because I clearly could have made better music if I just went with my gut that told me to just wait it out until you get something that can actually be used to create music. I just didn't go with it. Voices featuring Karaoke World. So obviously this was the karaoke days when I said, "Hey, I'm gonna use karaoke instead of just asking my friend to make instrumentals." So that's what I did. And Voices is about just annoyances. Voices in your head. Pretty much that's it. Tronic Zombie song is about Tronic Zombies. There you go. My best album, in my opinion, Evils in the World. Thank You will be on a future album. I don't know when. No, it won't. This one was released in May of 2019. And if we go through it, I changed my sound in it. Disconnection through Lucky I Care was online sequencer. And then the rest of the songs were done in Evils in the World was done on Soundtrap, but everything else was just OBS. And I had Legos and stuff. I put them on my desk and I took 2 pens and I was just doing stuff with that. That was the drums. And then I had a guitar. And I still do have a guitar. And that's it. Story behind that one. Anyway, disconnection was about a disconnection I was feeling with my friends. And that's when I realized I was in a hole that I need to get out of. And you know what I resulted to? I resulted to drinking a lot of coffee, like 7 to 8 cups a day. Maybe even 10 if I was feeling that bad. Where I would drink so much coffee that I don't know. Like I just was like I was always on a rush to do something. And I never just wanted to sit still. So this album was made completely off of adrenaline, believe it or not. How we doing here? Oh, wrong button. How we doing here is what I was trying to ask. Alright, well. That's good. Yeah. Just that was the thing for disconnection was I was feeling that I was down in a hole and I was losing touch with my friends, but mainly my best friend as well. So I was like trying to get out of that feeling and Forsaken were supposed to be the same song, so they're about the same thing, which is feeling forsaken. There you go. That's why Feeling is so much longer than Forsaken. Was they were supposed to be the same song, but then I was like, no, I'm gonna separate them. Lucky I Care is about me basically telling Bandman Nut to no, it's me telling him that he was lucky that I cared. That was the thing. That was it. So it's basically me telling Bandman Nut, you're lucky I care about you. And recently, I'd say recently, a couple of months ago, that's not recently actually, but a couple of months ago, we spoke, and all I said was, I just want to clear the air. I want to tell you a couple things of what my friend said about you, and that's it. And more on that in a minute. Oh yeah, did I ever talk about thank you intro? Thank you intro was supposed to be on Evil, or not Evils in the World, but Naked Fury, and it wasn't because I changed the direction of the album. And there you go. I'm pretty sure I already said that, but just in case I didn't. So sick is about just me being sick of people. Pretty much. Evils in the World is about everything that's illegal. Sweet Pea is just it's just a System of a Down song I covered. Really doesn't have any meaning. It just, well, for my version, it doesn't have meaning. It just exists because I like the song, so that's why I covered it. Why'd you cover Sweet Pea? Is what is it about? Well, it's about Sweet Pea, just a song I like. Song I liked, one of my favorites, so I covered it. There you go. Realize is about opening your eyes to just what people could be, and one of them is realizing that you yourself have become one with the people that just don't care. Again, around this time, I was one of those people. Out of Your Mind is about people being completely nuts and completely crazy and out of their heads, aka insane people. Um, Out of Your Mind was really a song that just kind of popped in my head, um, and it happened. Right Intent Argue is about a Discord server where I got pissed off at a couple of admins because they were getting into an argument and didn't want to admit it. So I tried helping them, and they didn't allow me to. And I got pissed and I made that song. The math song is about math. Back Home is about homeless people. The Death Theme is about death. And My Mother's Birthday Jam is about my mom's birthday. Okay, second worst album, if not actually the worst. Sevenfold Demons. Oh god. Pumping Iron into My Veins, part 1 is about pumping iron into my veins. The Knife Game song is about the knife game, aka Five Finger Fillet. Dense is about a couple of kids in my first period class in 7th grade no, it wasn't first period, it was 5th period, 7th grade, and they thought that it was okay to push my binder off my desk and push my desk. And I just wasn't happy about it. And I thought they were stupid as shit. And I still do. The Last of the Sacred is about the last of the sacred people who just actually care about other people. Almost Easy is about not going by the meaning of the original song. That's not what I do when I cover songs. I usually do it because I have a meaning to it. Almost Easy is about trying to make people think correctly and think about helping others. And this is about the time I started caring about others' feelings, depending if I like them or not. So, yep, that's it. Mangled is about the same kids in 6th grade, 7th grade, not 6th grade, but 7th grade, that were doing that. And I basically thought they were jealous that I had something that they didn't, but I didn't know what. So I just said, "You're jealous that I'm mangled." Could This Be Harder is about homeless people. Again. So Far Away. Mm, I'm gonna use a skip. I'm gonna skip that one, Chief. Icy Winds is about icy winds. Matchbox was also created during that same monster truck derby. I had thought but then it also kind of was mixed with I wanted a sound during that monster truck derby where I could beatbox. So I did. But then I also watched a band perform live, but they weren't using actual instruments and they weren't singing. They were just using random objects and it was fucking cool. So what I did was I took that idea and I'm like, okay, I can just kind of make my guitar sound like a matchbox. And that's where that idea came from. So it's actually about beatboxing while at the same time a matchbox. There you go. Five Finger Fillet 2 is about Five Finger Fillet. Such a Liar Wow. I didn't know I had been talking to Colt for that long. Jesus. Okay. Such a Liar is about. Hold up. Yeah,
Come talk to your mother real quick, please.
I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I remember where I'm at. So, I'm back. Hold up, give me a second. Um, so, Such a Liar is actually about Colt Adams. Colt Adams. Colt, my friend Colt. Yes. He lies about a bunch of shit. And that song just so happened to be made. Pumping Iron into My Veins Part 2 is about pumping iron into my veins. Genocides, we've already went through this one, 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 this one. Skeep. Alright, Tropical Island is about a tropical island. Iowa. I did it shorter in the demo. Iowa is about. Oh, fuck. Why did I cover it in the first place? Oh, yeah. Iowa was about, when I covered it in the demo, it's about me wanting a girlfriend. And then I recently found out that that's not actually something I would want. So, but that's what it was right then. Speed Bump is about Speed Bump. Turkish Lies Part 1 and Part 2 are about the same thing, and that is actually about the Armenian genocide, and at the same time, Constantinople. There you go. The Bandmana diss track demo. It's in the title. I think you're just gonna have to figure out what it's about. Circle. Uh, Circle. The demo version at least was about more or less healing over evils in the world, and it kind of bled into Sevenfold Demons a little bit more towards the beginning. But yeah, and then the Heretic Anthem is about one of my friends asked me if I could make more kid friendly songs or make my songs more kid friendly. And I said no. And then I covered that song. So there you go. That's the story behind that one. Ooh, a hatred in humanity. Ooh. Excuse me. Hatred in humanity. The song is about. So me and my friend, who've been friends since about 2014, I met him in the house that I live in, so it had to have been 2014 or beginning of 2015. Um, we got into an argument, and that's what that song is about. Emotion Killer is about specific kinds of people that do illegal shit. There you go. Ship, Send Help in Pain is about people needing help, but no one cares. And the music video depicts a boat getting destroyed. There you go. I'll always miss you, Skip. Uh, how I feel is about people not caring about how I feel, and that includes me. Mainly during Hatred and Humanity, to the barrier, I didn't care about how I felt, but I also didn't feel that anyone cared about how I felt either. So I just kind of like made how I feel, and there you go. Religion is about getting real instead of being stuck in a religion. So, yeah, it's about being real. Yeah?
We're gonna go pick up your or go get food and stuff. We'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Alright, love you.
Love you too. But religion is more about being real instead of being fake, aka chasing fantasies or reading a Bible. Just in my opinion, all that's fake. Ooh, this one I'm actually passionate about. Really, lazy is about me being lazy. And guess what? When recording that song, I sat back in my chair and I plucked a single string for a little bit. And then I started adding more notes. And then I sat up. That song was more of like the song said, fuck you, I'm gonna stop being lazy. Guess what? Today I'm still fucking lazy. Beat Me Down, Big Hit is about. Okay, I recorded this one way before I'll Always Miss You, but it went on before it. But Beat Me Down, Big Hit. Oh, God. It's about a couple of bullies that I stood up to. And they tried to whoop my ass until they saw a teacher. And then they played nice. Nerves. Wrong with you. This is about Colt Adams and Bandman Nut all together. Both of them got into an argument with me around the same time, and both of them were getting on my nerves. So, there you go. Grateful to be alive is about me being grateful that I'm alive, but not grateful that I just don't have much to care about. Circle. The non demo version is actually about fixing the past instead of dwelling on it. There you go. I'm Not Going to Be a Slave is about two things. Technically, it can be about communism, or it can be about the old ancient Egyptian times. You choose one. I don't care. The Beast of the Mind. Betrayal. This one was a joke song, kind of. It's about a serious topic, but I I couldn't tell you, really. So the song name comes from a band called Bullet for My Valentine, and they made a song called Your Betrayal. Now that's where the song name comes from. No, I do remember what the song is about now. The song is about being betrayed. Haha. You should have seen that joke coming. Or you should have just said, isn't the song just about being betrayed? Yes. It's about betrayal. It's in the song fucking title. Final Stand is about taking a final stand against people. Tasting Gunpowder is about murder. Well, actually, specifically Gary's Mod murder. So there you go. So I wasn't recording this, but I shot someone in the face, and just so happened that I shot them on the mouth in Gary's Mod, and so there's a blood stain there, and I'm like, looks like someone's tasting gunpowder, and it clicked. That's a song name right there. Boom. That's where the song name and what the song is about. Ice Mountain is about an ice mountain in Pixelmon. I was gonna create a series. I decided I didn't want to, where there's an ice mountain, and I recorded a song for it. Icy Winds was also supposed to be the song for the battles during it, but Ice Mountain just didn't. It was supposed to be the not battle music, and I ended up scrapping that idea. So just Ice Mountain is about an ice mountain. Unholy Confessions is about unholy confessions. That's why I covered the song. Literally, is that I confessed unholy things. Not gonna name what, and that's what the song is about. 10 years is about Minecraft being 10 years old. I'm not kidding about that. Fake friends is about fake friends. Scream is about rape. Give It Piss. Literally one of the only songs that I actually don't know what it's about. I literally just created it. Give It Piss was created just to be created. I don't get it. I don't know why it's named Give It Piss. It just is. I don't know what it's about. Give it piss, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's about giving it piss. I don't fucking know. Finding Myself is about finding myself and getting to know who I am as a person. Spaghetti Gang is about Spaghetti Gang. Jeez. The Barrier. One or more videos have been removed from this playlist, giving this album only one single. The Barrier is a funny one. Fear of Nothing is about Colt Adams. I Need to Fear Everything is about Colt Adams. Specifically, his parents, quote unquote, parents, and quote unquote brother threatened to shoot him with a mega Nerf gun, which it's not really a mega Nerf gun as in like one from the Mega lineup. No, it is a literal Nerf gun that shoots darts like the size of my fist. Almost the size of my fist, like bigger than my fucking big toe, at least. And they hurt like a son of a bitch. In my opinion, that's a form of child abuse, but we won't talk about that. The barrier part 1 is about the barrier. What is the barrier, you may ask? Well, it's more of a fictional character I created for this album. It's the barrier. The barrier is a fictional character that I made that was supposed to be in a roleplay, but I scrapped the roleplay idea. But I wanted to make it a character somehow, so I made it into an album. The barrier. Pulling the trigger is about murder. This time, not Gary's mod murder, but murder in general. So, technically, yes, still. But it's about more or less trying to figure out who did what and why they did so. Snap. I fucking love this song. Snap is about getting so angry to the point where you want to explode at someone. Explode as in like scream in their fucking face. And then run up to them right after you've done so and kick them right in the dick. The barrier part 2 is about the barrier. Spit It Out is about my friends, who I thought were my friends, being bullshit liars and talking shit behind my back. More rights. A lot of people think that a lot of my friends think it's an attack against African Americans. I don't know where they get that. Trust me, I don't. But this could be said for all types of races and genders. So where my friends got African Americans, I just don't know. You can ask them where they got it. I'm personally not going to dwell on that, but just a lot of people think that they need more rights. Like the right to be able to live in a house, the right to be able to have a room, the right to have an entertainment, just the right to have almost anything. The right to be able to pick something up and use it as if it was their own, or just more rights that they don't deserve. Like, yes, I do believe that everyone should have a right to have a roof over their head, but I do not believe that people should be able to just pick up whatever they want and have it. You know, it's just people wanting more rights for no reason. Iowa. So, Iowa, this version is actually about fantasies. A specific one that I won't go into too much detail on, but the fantasies of wanting someone while knowing that they already have a significant other. That's fucking weird, but this is one of my friend's fantasies, not mine. And that's as much as I'll tell for their reasons that they gave me. The barrier, part 3, is about the barrier. What about the hidden track? We won't talk about that in this video or in this live stream. Forgot I was streaming for some reason. Rebirth is about a demo called Born Amalgamation being reborn. So, rebirth. You're Wrong is about just people being douches. Period. Mein Teil ist zu sterben is literally the fucking. That literally means my part is to die. And that's what the song means. Satan's Lover is about Satan falling in love and possibly having a significant other. Deaf is about being deaf. Its time is about a moment that you might not be able to breathe anymore, in a moment where you might be dead completely. Let's Roll is about 9/11. Sleepless Nights is about a paranoia I used to have. Luckily, I've gotten over it. Whew. I hate reliving Sleepless Nights, but I'll do it for you. Sleepless Nights is about paranoia that I had that got bad to a point where I couldn't sleep because I thought people were watching me. Not just watching me, but as soon as I fell asleep, they wanted to do things to me. These things I will not say, but it's a paranoia I used to have, and that's why I leave my closet door closed all the time now. Not that there's a monster in there, but because of specific people that might be in there. Sour Noise is about guitar lessons. Yep. And my guitar instructor said, "Hey, you should make a song in a specific key. Just choose whatever key." I chose G minor, but I played a G major chord. There's so many things wrong with it. But I kept it on the album anyway. Atomic Annihilation was a demo, and this is the official version. Atomic Annihilation was, in fact, a song, one of the 5 that was created during a monster truck derby. So you have what? Creator of Hell, Nightmarish Hell, Matchbox, Atomic Annihilation, and the next one I won't say just yet. But Atomic Annihilation is about more or less being annihilated by atomic bombs. Now, if you're gonna ask me, well, what age were you when you were at this monster truck derby? I was 10 or 9. I don't remember which. How the fuck I would know about atomic bombs? That was not something that was in the original song. Just, it was me thinking about blowing something up. Specifically me at the time. Then it changed into just atomic annihilation where everyone dies. That includes me. That includes everybody. Dead. Period. Exclamation point. What I think is about school. Classroom number 51, culinary, is about, earlier in this year, about culinary. Number War is actually a couple of Roblox games and is a complete joke song. Where's the Silence is a continuation of Sour Noise, technically. Don't Stay, Pass. Washington State Part 1 is about people blaming the state for actions they've caused. Dude, my throat's getting sore. Alright, let's speed this up. Countdown doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have a meaning. Saint Anger is anger that I've had with Colt for a bit. This album is all about him. I'm Over It is about an argument that me and bandman got into that I'm clearly over. And yeah, continuing on to I'm Going Away. I'm Going Away is about the way I want to leave the world, the way I want to die. And I won't disclose how I want to die, but The Cures for You is about my friend's friend, who I didn't know very well, who passed away due to suicide. Zizgi is about Zizgi. The Metal Hammer is about judging Colt for his actions. Let's take this a step further is about an argument me and Colt got into. Launch the Catapults was originally about Berlin, but that changed. Well, actually, it was originally named Down in Berlin, but the meaning still keeps. And this is actually and it's about during World War II times in Berlin. So there you go. Start the Sickening. Skip, because it doesn't mean anything. Such a Liar 2 is a continuation of Such a Liar 1, which was all the way on Sevenfold Demons, 6 albums later. And we got Such a Liar 2, which is about Colt Adams lying, and I've also included myself into it. That's why there's a 2. The Sweet Wicked is about Colt Adams being aided by evil beings, quote unquote, his parents. Or his quote unquote parents. Concussion is about Colt's lies in a concussion. Or concussion. Jesus, ever since I made this song, I can barely say concussion without having a pause. Interlude number 69 is just about the number 69. There you go. Idaho Part 2 is about Idaho. There you go. Whew. This took me an hour just to explain the entirety took me an hour to explain the entirety of my albums. And now you may be asking, where's the 5th song from the Monster Truck Derby? Oh yeah, I haven't released it yet. So for all you know, that's it. That's just purely it for now. For the 4 from the Monster Truck Derby, really, that's it? There's 5, and I've only released 4. Atomic Annihilation. Come on, let me think. Crater of Hell, Nightmarish Hell, and Matchbox were the 4 that were released. 1, 3, 6, and 11. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!